her legs, I can't see her cootie yet. Can't see it, but the camera is down and her legs are open. They like, the camera is showing in between her legs, and she has her legs like bent up, showing like right there by her junk. Homegirl is hitting his head. Wake up, lifting his hair up. Wake up, stop pretending like you sleep. Stop pretending like you sleep. Like, she just is getting a kick out of tormenting me, y'all.
I could have sworn when I was in school and I took whatever class that was, they said that pre-cum is small as a motherfucking, like this. She has a chance to get pregnant.
I go back home. I find out I'm pregnant. Yes, I'm pregnant.
Motherfuckers be really acting like they surprised they pregnant.
I'm dropping a name and I'm admitting to a secret that Newberry didn't know about. He didn't know about. I'm exposing some information next video.
If the man don't wear a condom, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna end up pregnant.
And that's when a whole new other level of hell begins.
Pull up on your thought, she gone, I'ma call it girl still. Then she gave me top and I ain't call it girl still. But I'm still.
So you guys, this is something I've been meaning to get into, been meaning to tell. I'm ready to tell my story. And we're gonna call this part 1 of who the fuck did I have a baby with. So y'all, this kind of a long story, but I'm gonna try to summarize everything as much as I can.
We got time, baby.
Anyways,
we got time.
It all started when I got accepted into college. I'm 18. I'm a freshman. I'm going to college. So yeah, I go to college. Same story as everybody else. I meet a boy. Go to college, meet a boy. Same day as move-in day. We meet. So like school ain't even started. We're moving in. We meet in line. Love at first sight, and we hang out that night. Like, we kept running into each other. He finally got my number. You know, hang out that night. So mind y'all, before that night, he had asked me that same day to go on a walk with him. So this is a couple hours after we meet, whatever. We go on a walk after, like, I done moved my stuff in, got settled in. We're going to walk. During the walk, like, we kind of getting to know each other. I'm asking him, like, do you got a girlfriend? He tell me no. You know, we just getting to know each other, okay? We went back to our rooms and hung out again that night. So meeting this boy is like, we like day one in love. We hanging out like every night, every day, every moment we have free. He wants to hang out with me, and I want to hang out with him too. So okay, so every moment that we got free, we used to hang out and do that. So mind you, this boy, he done told me, like, he's Haitian. I'm like, cool. Like, you know, we just been getting to know each other. And we done been kicking it for like a minute. You know, like, I'm googly eyes over him. Now, I will say, 2 weeks into school, you know, I've been hanging out with dude every day. 2 weeks into school, I've always had a thing for basketball players. So I end up stopped talking to the boy because I met a basketball player. and I really liked him. And he was like what I wanted. So I stopped talking to the boy, hanging out with a basketball player. Boy keeps calling me like, hey, you want to hang out? Like, just like usual. But I'm a basketball player. So I'm like, no, I'm good. Well, basketball player ends up fucking it up because I catch him making out with a girl. And I cut him back off. Go back to dude. Okay?
Don't come back to me once you done stop fucking with me. Please, leave me the fuck alone. Don't ever come back to me. I'm straight.
So, go back to dude, and it stays like that. So, y'all, this is crazy telling this story, y'all. Y'all don't understand. Anyways, So go back to dude. We continue kicking it. Like everyday type shit. Okay, so the boy at this point, you know, he told me he Haitian. He done saved my name in his phone as like some Haitian shit, Mancherie or whatever. He be texting me Haitian stuff. He tells me like that, because there is other Haitian people that go to our school. Our school is very diverse. So he's telling me like, yeah, he played baseball. And he was talking about, yeah, he done talked to some of the people. He be speaking Creole to them, like blah, 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 right? So I remember one day, I knew that there was this Haitian basketball player that my baby daddy had told me that he had spoke to him in Creole. And mind you, like, I don't know what made me ask. I don't know.
Same dude, huh? Same dude.
He didn't really give me no red flags. But I went to dude and I asked him, like, hey, you was talking to old dude in Creole, right? And he's like, who? I was like, you know. And he like, no. He's like, I never talked to him in Creole or nothing. I was like, okay. Didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, okay, whatever. So anyways, y'all. So by this time, me and dude been kicking it a minute. Now, I will say I had homegirls and, you know, we would hang out with like people around the campus together. I'm not saying I was hanging out with nobody by myself. I would go kick it with other people sometimes, and I would be with my homegirls, and that's what we would do. So after me kicking it with boy, I'm starting to wonder, why is this boy not asking me out? Why is he not making me his girlfriend? Because by this time, like way deep into school, people know what's up. People know this is who I be with every day. People know that's my man, basically. Like, that's my man. So I started to wonder, why is this man not asking me out? I'm not understanding. Now, mind you, my glow up came senior year of high school, junior year of high school. I wasn't used to getting attention from boys anyway, so I didn't know how it's supposed to go. I didn't have my first boyfriend till I was 17. I didn't know how it was supposed to go. I don't know how the whole dating scene go. Actually, when I went to college is when I really started getting attention. So I'm not really thinking nothing of it. I'm like, you know, this is weird. Like, when is he gonna meet with my girlfriend? Make me his girlfriend. But I guess this is what people do. Dude hasn't made me his girlfriend. I accept it. I'm like, cool. He don't want to make me his girlfriend. I'm going to continue to do me and hang out with whoever. With my homegirls. Not one-on-one. But it was upsetting him that I was still with my homegirls hanging out with them. He ain't like that. He tried to say that was the reason why he wasn't asking me out. Because I'm still giving other people my attention or something like that. And I straight up told him, if you don't want me to, give me a reason not to. He like, that's the reason. Whatever. We go on break. We didn't really see each other, or like it's not like we linked up, which was a little weird to me, but whatever. We didn't link up too much. We was talking and stuff, but like, you know, whatever. We ended up coming back to school. So yeah, we ended up coming back to school, and I remember his family was gonna go on a summer trip, right? So I'm still like feeling like, now mind you, first move-in day of college, we was in line with each other like when we first met, and I met his mom and his grandma. They seemed to like me, so I think they were like kind of telling him like, oh, she looked like a nice girl, like, you know, you should talk to her type shit. So mind you, I already met them. They already kind of have an idea of who I am. So they're going on a family trip, and he invites me, and I've never really gone on a family trip with a boy or nothing. I was like, oh my God. So they're going to the beach, and I go with them. I go to the beach with these people, okay? So I go to the beach with these people, and it's cool. Everything's cool. We had an amazing trip. Me and him, amazing time together, whatever. At this point, we kind of like deep into the situationship that we got. So I'm really starting to push the whole, why is he not making me his girlfriend? I'm starting to get curious. I'm starting to wonder, like, what the fuck is going on? So I remember one time we back at school, whatever. And mind you, I'm trying to remember my best, all this stuff, because my son is almost 8 now. He's 7. This is a long time ago. Okay. So anyways, so we back at school. And I remember he went to his homeboy house with me. We went to go pick up some. So he runs up inside the house. He left his phone playing YouTube. Now y'all know when the phone is playing YouTube, it's open. If you lock it, YouTube go away. It's playing YouTube. His dumb ass gonna leave it there. So my curious ass, I'm like, I need to know like what is going on with this boy. I open his phone. I go through the messages. First thing I see, my Sour Patch. I'm like, huh? My Sour Patch? I start reading the messages. I'm like, huh? Because whoever the girl is texting him talking about, like, you haven't been acting the same with me. Like, she's basically breaking up with him. She's, in her messages, she's breaking up with him that day. Like, a couple hours before I'm with him. She's breaking up with him. So I wasn't able to read much. He's coming back. So I'm like, all right. I put it back. So anyways, y'all. Some of this stuff chronologically might be out of order, but it all occurred because I think the whole me going through his phone thing came before we went on the trip. But regardless, it all happened. So anyways, so I go through the boy phone and he come back and I just remember I'm mad as hell. I'm mad as hell. He obviously know there's something wrong because before he went in the house, there was no problem. When he come back, I'm sitting there acting some type of way, like standoffish a little bit, whatever. He can tell something up. He's asking me like, what's wrong? What's wrong? I'm like, nothing. I'm trying to think in my head, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? How am I going to go about this? Finally, y'all, we get back to the school. He parks. And I couldn't hold it anymore. So I asked him, yo, I just went through your phone. Who the fuck is my Sour Patch? Like, what is this? To be honest, y'all, I don't remember the lie that he gave me. But he gaslighted me. He made it seem like, you know, I have this ex, like, or whatever. She's crazy. She's like really crazy. She won't leave me alone type shit. Now, mind you, I wasn't able to read much of the messages. I really read what she was saying. I don't even remember what he was saying. And he basically was like that his ex is crazy. And I was like, okay, like she was breaking up with you or something. Like, I don't know how he got out of it. I don't remember. He got out of it. And so basically I'm like, okay. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, he's telling me he got a crazy ex. Okay. That won't leave him alone. So I start, at this point, this is when I start doing a little bit more research. And I start looking into this a little bit more. I think we weren't following each other on no social media. I finally found like his social media and stuff. I'm going through his stuff. And I see that on his social media, he's posting this girl. He's posting this girl. The girl's posting him type shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I asked him, yo, you're posting this girl. And I remember I had seen stuff. I had seen videos and stuff. But when I was questioning him about it, he would tell me, this girl is crazy. He's like, we are middle school sweethearts. Like, we were middle school sweethearts. We started dating in middle school. We were dating a long time. The girl has all my passwords to all my social media, he says. She's crazy, and she got into my social media. She got into my social media, changed my passwords, and I can't get onto my social media. And she has been making posts about herself, making it seem like we're still together. So mind y'all,
you gonna believe
18.
That? Oh,
I'm
okay.
young.
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
Oh, okay.
Don't have much experience with boys at all.
Oh, I got you.
At that point.
Right.
I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, okay.
He tells me this girl is crazy and she's posting on his social media. Right? So it's been a while now. So I'm like, what? But who am I to say he's lying? Because mind you, the boy lives, we're at this college. He lives an hour away from where I live. We don't live in the same place. I don't know this boy. I don't know the girl. So I'm like, okay, sure. The girl's crazy. She's crazy. She has the social media. She's posting. Cool. So I remember one time, it was the girl's birthday. And there was this like TikTok video that was posted on his stuff. Talk about how happy birthday to the girl, blah, blah, blah. I see the video. I'm like, what the hell? What? So I'm like, yo, are you sure that this girl has your social media passwords? Like, are you sure that that's what happened? And he's like, yeah, I told you. She has my social media. She posted that video. I'm like, okay. Now, mind you, at this point, me, the mom, we're pretty cool. Like, she liked me. So I hit up the mom. I'm like, yo, I see this video, which, mind you, the mom had liked it. I see this video that you liked. I was like, what's up with that? She was like, oh, yeah, that's his girlfriend. I was like, huh? That's his girlfriend. I don't remember if I went on the trip with him by this time or not. But I definitely was. I'm pretty sure I went on the trip already. So I'm like, we just went on a trip? Like, everything? Like, huh? He has a girlfriend? So I confront him. I'm like, I hit up your mom. She texted me back. She said, that's your girlfriend. He like, man, my mom don't know what she's talking about. Don't listen to my mom. Like, I don't be telling her what's going on. Like, she don't know what's going on. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, your mom don't know what's going on. Like, okay, that's understandable because I'm thinking like, my mom don't know everything that's going on.
Oh my
she could
God!
have an impression of something and then be wrong. So I'm like, okay, maybe that's it. And mind you, he came to college with like a close friend from where he lives. Okay, and I mean, I know now that guys are gonna lie for each other. I know that now. But like, I'm thinking, I mean, this boy ain't saying nothing about he got a girlfriend. Like, and sometimes he be with us, right? So I'm thinking like, okay, maybe he really don't got a girlfriend. Maybe his mom don't really know what she's talking about. So at this point, I'm starting to get real suspicious of him. Like, I remember at this point, we're still hanging out. At this point, I'm in his dorm like every night. I'm with him every night. So I remember one time he let me into his building. He said he's finna be on the phone real quick. Like, he was already on the phone. And he was letting me into his building. And he was like, he'll be in the room in a minute. He's on the phone. But when I come in, and as I'm walking, I hear he's calling whoever baby. Like, talking to them, calling them baby. And I'm thinking like, he don't even call me baby. I'm like, He come back in the room. And he talking about, I'm like, hey, who was that? You were calling them baby. And he's like, oh, that's my cousin. He was like, that's just like a term of endearment. Like, I was just calling my cousin baby. Like, sometimes I call my cousins baby. I'm like, huh? But like, my family isn't as close as I would say, like, maybe other people's. So that's another thing I don't know about. So I'm like, okay, like, sure, you call your cousin baby. Like, okay, sure, whatever. So y'all, I got my homegirls. I be chilling with my homegirls, whatever. Me and boy, we linking up to do. We doing whatever. And I remember specifically this one day I skipped class. Went to see boy. We did what we did. We didn't use protection. And after, he tells me that he did that one thing in me. And I was like, mind you, at that point, I'm like, oh my God. I was like, should I take a plan B? Like, what should I do? And he was like, nah. Like, I think you're good. Like, I don't think anything happened. Like, let's just wait and see. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, my homegirls can pick me up, get in the car with them. We riding, we chilling. Cool. Okay. And I remember for some reason being a little worried. Like, when he told me that, I was like, oh my God. Like, I feel like I instantly knew. Like, but I was just like, okay, cool. That's why I still to this day remember that day, because I knew. So y'all know what happens. I remember we went on Christmas break. Okay? I went to his house for Christmas. Spent a week. The end of that week was Christmas. I went to his house, spent a week there. His family let me come. I'm at his house for a week. And like whatever, we spent Christmas together. I go back to my house for my Christmas. But we had spent earlier that week together. And I remember while I was at his house, I'm eating hella ice. I'm like, something's weird. Something's weird. And I talked to his cousin. She had been pregnant before. And I'm like, girl, I don't know. Like, she's like, are you hungry? I'm like, no. She was like, oh, you good. I'm like, okay, cool. Go back home. So, y'all already know what happened. I go back home. I find out I'm pregnant. Yes, I'm pregnant.
Real quick, you know what it is? Everybody needs to be more sexually educated on sex, sexually educated, or however the hell you say it, because I could have sworn when I was in school and I took whatever the fuck class that was, they said that pre-cum is small as a motherfucking like this. She has a chance to get pregnant. I'm not sure what the percentage was. I don't care what the percentage is. Let's just say it's 5% and it's 95% that it won't happen. To me, that's still a percentage. So I'm going to make sure I'm going to use protection, or we're going to get that plan B that his dumb ass told her not to get. But this probably was a plan. Maybe he wanted to get her pregnant, but for her not to know that at 18, parents got to start talking to their kids. You feel me? Because I could have promised you, when I was in school, that's what I heard. I didn't even Google it after. I just went with that shit. I don't even want to Google it no more. I don't even care what Google say. I don't care if the Google say the percentage is 50-50. I don't care if Google say that shit 70-50. In my head, from remembering that in school, you got some shit you're just not going to forget. I'm going to do what I got to do. But, okay. That's all I wanted to say. Let's listen.
So, like I said, I was with him. I found out I'm pregnant. I was with him week of Christmas. By the end of December, I wasn't really keeping up my period like that. So by the end of December, I still ain't got it yet. I remember these was hurting real bad, more than they usually do. And I'm like, no, I got to take a test. I tell my sister, can you please give me a test? Mind you, I had already took a test, but it was inconclusive. I had took it with my best friend at his house, and it was inconclusive. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I ain't paying no attention. But then when these started hurting, I took it again. I took a test. My sister went and got one. My sister was on her second pregnancy by this point. I pick up the test. I see them 2 lines. This can't be right. This can't be right. Maybe I don't know how to read these things. I call my sister. Hey, can you read this for me? She's like, oh my God, you're pregnant. Tears. Instantly. Tears. Y'all, I'm finna go into my junior year. Or I don't even remember at this point, because right now I'm thinking about that shit. It's making me anxiety all over again. I can't even remember what I'm supposed to go to. Yeah, I think I was the end of my sophomore year. Tears. What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No, this can't be happening. This can't be happening. Me? I got me. No way. I called boy because he already knew, yo, I'm feeling some type of way. I told him what was up. I was like, we need to check on this. We might have an issue. So he all right, just call me after you take it. I call boy after I take it. I call him. I told him what happened. He's in the car with his homeboy. And he was so shocked by this. He makes his homeboy pull the car over. I'm on the phone with him. He tells him, pull the car over. His homeboy pulled the car over. You know what, y'all? I really don't have time for this. I'm finna put my hair up in a bun. Anyways, he tells homeboy, pull the car over. So homeboy pulls the car over. And he starts crying too. We're both on the phone crying.
Yeah, that's how I know I ain't tweaking. People don't be educated about this shit. That's how I know I ain't tweaking. That's all it is. That's what I'm noticing about a lot of these stories. Like, people don't be educated on how you can get pregnant. Like I say, I could have swore I heard that in school. If I not, it was in a dream or some shit. And I've been rocking with that shit ever since.
Y'all, I spent 7 hours that day crying. My sister water broke that day. And did you think I gave a fuck? No, I laid in her bed and I cried. When she came into my room, like, I think my water broke. Girl, get out. I don't give a fuck. I got bigger problems, okay? I got bigger problems. Get out. And her water did break, and she did have her baby. But y'all, I had bigger fish to fry. That was not my concern. So at this point, we're trying to figure out, what the fuck are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we doing? What's going on here? Because at this point, I think like we had kind of had an understanding that we're together, but it was not ever said, will you be my girlfriend? Now let me back up real quick. Mind you, one time he did ask me to be his girlfriend. Anyways, boy asked me out. He asked me out and I'm mad excited. This is what I've been waiting for. I'm like, okay, cool, yes. Like, yes. So, but he was acting a little weird about it. And I'm like, I don't know why he's acting weird. So he tells me, I remember I brought up that we're dating now. And he's like, huh? and mind you, this is before all this. And he's like, huh? And I was like, you asked me out. He's like, I don't remember. You don't remember asking me out? No, I don't remember. How do you not remember? You know what? I was off them things that you take, you know. You take them things. I had took some little round things, and I don't remember what you're talking about. I'm like, dang. Okay. He's like, I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Well, I guess it's not like that then. And he ends up telling me later, you know what? I lied. I do remember, but I just wanted that moment to be a little bit more special. So that wasn't the right time to ask you. I wanted to be more special. Like, that don't count, basically. I was like, okay, like, you want to be special. So after that, he never did it again. Okay, that should have been that's another red flag. Anyways, back to my story. So we're trying to figure out, what are we going to do? So at that point, he's telling me like, Lynn, babe, like, you know, we're still in school. Like, we still got so much ahead of us. Like, we still got so much going on. Like, do you really think this is a good idea? Like, I don't know if this is a good idea. I was like, you're right. Like, I still got school. Like, school's very important to me. I still got school. Like, you know, I can't do this. Have a baby? What? No, I can't do this. And he's like, yeah, like, you know, maybe we should talk about having an abortion. I was like, yeah, like. So anyways, y'all, I finally like, okay, yeah, let's talk about that. We can do that. Y'all, I'll spend that whole next day thinking about that, and I'm like, I don't think I can do that. So I finally call him, and I'm like, yo, I don't think I can go through with that. Like, just thinking about it, I spent so long thinking about it. I thought about just like all the what ifs, and I just couldn't go through with it. And I remember even thinking about it, like, for a while. Even he had went to his mom about it, and even his mom was like, you know, I didn't do that to you, and I was young. I was young, and I didn't do that to you. But she wasn't telling us that we shouldn't do it. She wasn't telling us that we should. She was just saying, like, you know, I thought I had that opportunity too, and I didn't take it. So he starts being like, you know what, okay, Lynn, if you really feel like, you know, you don't want to do it, like, if that's what you want to do, like, cool. But when I first call him and tell him, like, I don't think I can go through with it, he's like, what? No. And he's like, well, since we're being honest, I've had a girlfriend this whole time. What? Huh? He's like, yeah, I've had a girlfriend this whole time. So I'm just finding out I'm pregnant, had suspicion that he had some type of dealings with another girl. This is not what I thought. Like, had a girlfriend the whole time. What are you talking about? What are you talking about right now? What? So not only did I have to deal with the news that, bitch, you're pregnant, but bitch, that boy had her girlfriend the whole time and you didn't catch it. By this time, we're a year and a half in. Okay? Almost 2 years in me dealing with just this man. And I'm pregnant and he had a girlfriend the whole time.
Hey, I'm sorry, but these be like some dumbass. I ain't gonna call it people dumbasses, but like, cause these be some dumbass stories that I be listening to sometimes. Like, motherfuckers be really acting like they surprised they pregnant. Let me explain something to you how I think. I know I just explained it, but this is the simplest terms how I can explain it. If the man don't wear a condom, 9 times out of 10 your ass gonna end up pregnant. Unless you do what I do. Cause sometimes I go in and give you 10 strokes. Just 10. Max 15. And I come out, I squeeze it, I wipe the tip. Wipe all the pre-cum off. Put it in and give you another 10 or 15. And boy, if I get to going, I might do 20. But 20, I only done did 20 strokes like one time before. My max 10 to 15. Feel me? And that's before I put the condom on and just go crazy on you. Cause you know it's coming. They don't call me Big Play Ray for no motherfucking reason. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, but this shit be like, bro, you don't use a condom, you're gonna get pregnant. Period. Like, I mean, that's just, I don't know. That should just be seeming so simple to me.
Hey everyone. Sorry to keep y'all waiting. I had a date with some crab legs. It was good.
I bet they were.
Anyways, I'm addicted. They got me in a chokehold.
Look how she looking.
So yeah.
Alright, we listen to you.
Back to my story. Yeah. So I'm like, that's crazy. You had a girlfriend this whole time. So that's the reason you wanted me to have an abortion. Like, that's the whole reason you want me to have an abortion. Because you didn't want your girl to find out. So then I say, if I would have never got pregnant, you would have kept this up. He tell me, yeah. He straight up tell me, yeah, he would have kept it up. He would have had both of us. He would have just kept having both of us. If I wouldn't have got pregnant, he was not going to say nothing. And I'm like, why didn't you just say something and let me choose if I want to be a part of that? Oh, I wanted to tell you so bad, but I just didn't want, I wanted both of y'all. I love both of y'all. Do I look like a love both of y'all type of bitch? No. So keep in mind, this was all during Christmas break. Found this all out during Christmas break. It's January, time to go back to school. So if I remember correctly, he did not come back to school that semester. Or if he did, he came back at the very beginning and didn't come back. Like, he left and didn't come back. Regardless, he had bigger stuff to handle. He needed to prepare for other things. We have things we gotta prepare for. Y'all will not believe what happened next. So I'm at school, minding my business. One day I'm walking and this guy approaches me. This guy that we both know. And he is friends with another guy who's super cool with my baby daddy. Okay? This guy comes up to me. Y'all gonna smack me in the face. This guy comes up to me and tells me, hey, I just want to let you know that your baby daddy asked old boy to pretend like he was your brother named Jose, because apparently his ex-girlfriend is looking for you. She want to talk to you, and he don't want her to talk to you. So he convinced old boy, a mutual friend of ours, to pretend and say his name is Jose. Pretend his name is Jose because y'all see me, I'm clearly Hispanic. Yeah, you couldn't have came up with a better name? Jose, really? Anyways, pretend his name is Jose because he doesn't want the girlfriend to get in touch with me because apparently he told her that I was a one night stand. Like, you know, I found out that I was getting the feeling I was pregnant in December. I found out in the beginning of January. He told her I was a one night stand in December, that I just happened to get pregnant, that I didn't want nothing to do with him, that if he contacts me, that I'll call the police. And he told my brother to tell her that, to tell her to not contact me, because I already said that if my baby daddy contacts me, I'm going to call the police. So homeboy that's telling me all this is just a mutual friend of the boy he recruited to lie to the girl. He then recruited this boy to lie to the girl, and old boy was around when all this happened. So he's cool with me. I would say he's cooler with me than he was with my baby daddy. So he comes to me trying to be nice and letting me know what's happening, putting me up on game. I mean, it just gets funnier and funnier as I tell it. So he put me up on game to what's really going on, okay? And I immediately look up girl on Facebook, okay? Because I heard she looking for me. Let me look her up. I look her up on Facebook. I find her. I message her. I basically said, like, hey, heard you was looking for me. I'm here. Like, here's my number if you want to call me. So girl's trying to be all sweet. She's like, yeah. So she gets on the phone. She's trying to be all nice. Like, yeah, girl, like, what's been going on? She's like, he told me that y'all met in a club and blah, blah, blah. And it was a one night stand. I'm like, So I proceed to tell her what's really going on. I tell her everything. This has been going on like a year and a half. I be in this boy room like every night. Like this, we hang out like every day. Like, this been going on. I went on this trip. Like, I've been around. Like, why would I think he had a girlfriend? I was at his house for Christmas. I went on a family trip. Why would I think he had a girlfriend? So she's asking all these questions like, what? Like, he's been coming to see me. I've been to school one time. I'm thinking, when was you at the school? When? I didn't see you. Oh, asking me, has he been doing this with you? Yep, he been doing that with me too. Has he been doing? Yep, he been doing that with me too. What? So girl's real sweet on the phone, and she's like, oh my God, like, can I call you if in the future I need to call you, like, to talk about this? I'm finna go confront him. Do you think it's okay if I need to call you? I know he's gonna try to lie about it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh yeah, girl, call me. Call me. Y'all gonna have to excuse me. I'm on the way to the gym. Anyway, so I'm thinking this gonna be some like women empowerment shit. We finna gang up on this boy. Y'all. Tell me why. The girl calls me back later. Okay. She is there with him. I can hear him in the background. He's screaming, he's yelling. And she's like, she calls me. Y'all, calls me. Why did you lie? Lie about what? Why did you lie about everything you told me? He's over here saying that you lied about this, he lied about that. Girl, did we not just sit up on this phone almost an hour, something like that, to talk about how this man is a liar and what the true story was? I done sat here and gave you fact after fact, and you got the audacity to call me talking about, why am I lying? And I hear him in the background, she lying. I could not believe my ears. I could not believe my ears, you guys. So now I am talking to him through her phone. She's there, and I'm like, so I'm lying about this, I'm lying about that. Yeah, you lying. I have never in my life been bamboozled the way this man bamboozled me, you guys. I am shocked. I didn't know people like this exist. I am appalled. It was at that moment that I realized what was really going on.
You fucked up.
I realized that this man...
It was that moment when I realized I fucked up.
is gonna choose her. And it wasn't about, oh, I want you to choose me or nothing. It was just about the fact, like, if it came down to it, you're gonna choose her. Like, you're literally sitting here in my face lying about what was really going on. Like, what was really going on. Like, I ain't never in my life, I couldn't believe myself. I was like, I can't believe I done got myself into this situation. Like, what is really going on right now? Is this real life? Is this real life? So y'all, at that point, ex-girlfriend and took his side. I don't know what he told her. I don't know how he convinced her. I don't know how she called me asking me why I was lying. So at that point, I'm like, you know, he's crazy, she's crazy, they're crazy. But at the end of the day, I still got this baby. At this point, girl done turned her whole persona around. She went from being this sweet girl on the phone to this girl with an attitude, with like it crazy. I'm like, huh? I am so bamboozled by this whole situation that I'm shocked. Like, I'm pregnant and shocked. What the fuck? So yeah. So at this point, basically the girl done got it set in her mind that this man done had a baby on her. Oh, it's over with. Like, she set on making both of our life hell. Like, ain't no way me and him's gonna be happy together. She's not going to allow it. She's not going for it. Ain't no way. So I'm trying not to focus on dude. I'm at school. We still talk. We're not really seeing each other as much. He comes to visit me at school, like, here and there. I'm really just trying to focus on me and my baby. At the same time, I'm a little depressed because I went from hanging out with my homegirls, going out, having a great time, to now I gotta stay in my dorm. I can't go out. I'm pregnant. My friends are doing them. This man did this. Like, I'm a little alone at this point. So I'm a little depressed. All the while, girl is tormenting me. Every time she's with dude, she's calling me, making sure I know she's with me, making sure, like, for example, she was in his car one time. Oh, is this your lip gloss in his car? I'm gonna throw away your lip gloss. Just doing little petty shit. Like, she just so mad that this boy done had a baby on her, and she's so mad that it was me. I'd be mad too. I finish off that semester, go back home, live with my dad. He came to, like, the main appointments, like the ultrasound appointments. Other than that, didn't come. I did my maternity shoot alone because I wasn't finna do it with him. Like, he wasn't even claiming me. And to be honest, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, yes, I still had love for this boy. Like, it was hard to just cut feelings off. So even though he had what he had going on, it was difficult to just cut off my feelings, you know? So even after the school, even when I moved with my dad during that time period, the end of my pregnancy, girl is still tormenting me, y'all. Let me tell y'all, one day I'm at my dad's house, and we had already planned that I was gonna go. The boys from Newberry, we had already planned that I was gonna go to Newberry. And so that day, I get a call from the girl. She's FaceTiming me. So I answer the FaceTime, and homegirl has, like, the camera, her legs, I can't see her cootie yet, can't see it, but the camera is down and her legs are open. The camera is showing in between her legs, and she has her legs, like, bent up, showing, like, right there by her junk. And homeboy has his head right there by her junk, has his head right there, and she shows his whole body. She lifts the camera up to show his whole body. He is butt ass naked, y'all. I am pregnant, and he is butt ass naked. His head is right there, obviously. He was doing some munching, and so homegirl is hitting his head. Wake up, lifting his hair up. Wake up, stop pretending like you sleep. Stop pretending like you sleep. Like, she just is getting a kick out of tormenting me, y'all. And so the whole time, like, he's just like, every time she lifts his head, he like acting like he's dead, I guess. I see his whole ass and everything. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that or not. But anyways, I see the whole thing. Y'all, I am furious. I, at this point, jump in the shower. I hurry up, and I'm like, I'm on the way. I'm finna pull up. I knew the girl went to a different college, and I knew that he was at her dorm. And I knew that either I had to beat him to his house or I had to meet him at his house. Yo, that shit had my heart pumping. So I'm racing to Newberry. I beat him to Newberry, and I get there, his mom's there, and I'm like, where is he? And he's not there yet. I'm blowing up his phone. He's not answering. Finally, when he's on the way, he's finally answering. Talk about he's at his homeboy house, whatever, and that he's finna pull up or whatever. I'm already at your house. Why do he finally pull up? He got on I need to stop saying that because I don't know if I can say that. A little sweater that don't really fit him. And he smells not like stank, but at the same time, yes. Like, he smells like he been doing the do. That's what he smells like. It's what it's giving. It's giving you been doing the do and you ain't showered. I asked this man, what the hell do you got going on? What is this? With this girl done FaceTime me. I see you. You're naked. What is going on? Y'all will not believe the story he told me. So this man says he spent the night at his stud friend house. His friend. He said that old girl and some of her friends done pulled up to the stud's house. Done drugged him. Okay? Drugged him. Took off all his clothes. And then recorded him. Made videos of him like that. And then she took it upon herself to FaceTime me. She FaceTimed me and she made it look like he was doing something that he wasn't doing. And when he woke up, he didn't know that none of that had happened, that the stud friend had like let him know what all had went down. That basically he was like passed out during all of that. He wasn't aware what was going on. That the girl and her friends done plotted all that. They done made it look like something that it wasn't. Yeah. I am embarrassed that I knew it wasn't true. Like, I knew it wasn't true. That sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. Like, who makes up a story like that? I knew it wasn't true, but I was already at his house. What was I gonna do by then? Like, I'm stupid. I don't know, y'all. I don't know what was wrong with me. I don't know why I stayed at his house after that. I think I was so mad about the girl, and I just wanted her to know that I was at his house. Like, I'm gonna stay here. Like, yeah, you're still mad because of me. Like, part of it was also, I didn't like torment the girl. The girl's tormenting me. But me being around him, me being in his house, that's tormenting her. She don't like that. She knows when she hears about me being there and stuff, like, it's eating her up. I'm eating her up. So whatever, at the end of the day, I'm still gonna have a baby with this man. And to be honest, my family situation wasn't really like the most supportive. So me and him already planned, like, when I have this baby, I'm gonna move in with you. I'm gonna move in with you. I'm gonna get myself on my feet, and then from there, like, I guess we'll figure out what I'm gonna do, because I knew I couldn't stay with my family. There really wasn't anywhere that I could stay. I wanted the best life for my baby, and I knew that moving down there would probably be the best for my baby, even if it wasn't the best for me. So pregnancy is winding down. I'm working at this grocery store one day. I'm 38 weeks pregnant. I was so tired. I remember they asked me to stay like 2 hours over. Fine, I did it. I leave work and I get into a car accident. But anyways, part 6 of who the fuck did I have a baby with. So, you guys, I'm 38 weeks pregnant and I get into a car accident. The car accident sent me into labor. It wasn't a horrible car accident, but my car definitely got some bad damage. All my airbags came out. The front of the hood looked like somebody had pushed the hood in. Like, I really wasn't hurt. When the airbags came out and the smoke started smoking, I didn't know that airbags did that. So like my adrenaline is pumping. I'm thinking about my baby. I'm thinking like the car's gonna catch on fire. What happened, it was my fault. It was my fault. 3 cars were stopped and I was the 4th car, and I bent down to get something, and by the time I look up, I ran straight into a car, and I hit that car so hard it hit the next car, and that car hit the next car. That's how hard I hit these people. And the car in front of me was like an old big truck. So for me to have hit them all that hard, like for them to hit each other, yeah, I hit them pretty hard. So when my car hit the car in front, my car bounced back and it's rolling back. And at the same time, the airbags is smoking. I got scared and I jumped out the car. And then my car is still rolling. So I jumped back in the car, put it in park, and jump back out. At this point, I'm just scared that the car is gonna catch on fire. So during all that, like, you know, we all waiting for the police and everybody to come. Everybody see I'm pregnant as fuck. They call the ambulance. The ambulance took my vitals. My vitals were fine. My mom come and she's like, no. You need to go to the hospital. You need to go to the hospital. I'm like, I just want to go home. I'm tired. I just want to go home. So she kept saying that. So just for her to be quiet, I went to the hospital. And I'm like, okay, like, cool. They gonna send me back home. Like, they said they gonna run a few tests, whatever. And I'll be damned, y'all, if the doctor come back in talking about you having contractions, we gonna have to keep you. At the time, I ain't feel no contractions. Having contractions. I got 2 more weeks left. What are you talking about? Like, I didn't really feel no damage from the accident or nothing. Like, I don't know what happened, but I will say my left, this one, was black. Like, I guess the impact from the seatbelt or whatever, like the whole thing was like black. And I ain't never seen nothing like that. But it didn't hurt. It just was black. It was so bruised, but it didn't really hurt. So anyways, that was like a Thursday night, I remember, because the doctor came in and was like, yeah, like, you're 38 weeks. The doctors are going to come tomorrow. It's Friday. They'll see you in the morning, and they're most likely going to induce you. Good morning. So back to my story. So anyways, doctors come in. They're like, yeah, you're 38 weeks. We're not going to risk nothing. We're going to go ahead and induce you. I let dude know, like, listen, we're finna have the baby. He comes. As day goes on, I start feeling those contractions. The contractions is contracting. At some point, I asked these people, did y'all already give me the medicine? Because this contraction is crazy. They were like, we didn't have to give you medicine. Your baby's coming by himself. So obviously, y'all, the impact of the accident scared my baby, and he's like, it's time. It's time. So obviously, we end up having a baby. We're parents. Yay. So when it's time to leave the hospital, we put the baby in the car. I get in the car. And from then, that's when I move. On the way, that's when it's time for me to move in with him and his family. Newberry, South Carolina is the worst place I ever set foot in ever in my life. And I move in with him, his mama, and his brother. They all live together. They still all live together 7 years later. And that's when a whole new other level of hell begins. Yeah. Tell me why I forgot to expose how I found out he wasn't Haitian. So, backstory real quick. While I'm pregnant, mommy and auntie, his mommy and auntie, was like that they want to take me shopping for maternity clothes, want to take me out to eat. Cool, I'm telling you, his people loved me at this time. They came all the way, they drove an hour to the school, picked me up, took me shopping, took me out to eat. So we're out to eat, and finally, at this, I'm almost 2 years in with these people. And I remember at the beginning, he told me he was Haitian. So I'm sitting down with mommy and auntie. He's not there. They came and got me. And I'm like, hey, who in y'all family is Haitian? Because, old boy told me that he was Haitian. These two women, they look at each other and they bust out laughing. They don't even answer my question. They don't answer my question. They just bust out laughing. Talking about some child. Like, oh, so he lied about that too. So he lied about that too. So anyways, back to where we was at. So I move in with these people. Altogether, I stay about 11 months. That's when I was up to here. I stayed 11 months, but let's talk about what happened in those 11 months. At first, we come home with our baby, and we kind of like in a honeymoon stage. This is his first baby, first son. When two people have a baby, it kind of makes y'all love each other a little bit more because y'all see both of y'all in the baby, and it's kind of mind-blowing. Like when you first have a baby, it's mind-blowing. I'm there every Sunday. We're going to grandma's house for Sunday dinner. Like everything's cool. We good. But it don't last long because, oh girl, this is where she lives. The ex-girlfriend, this is where she lives. So anyways, oh girl, anytime, they still arguing about this shit. We didn't have the baby. She's not going to let this go. She still has a hold on this man. The family was telling me that she put roots on him. I didn't know if they was telling the truth or not. They said that they just know she put roots on him because of the way he was acting. He could not let this girl go, and the family did not like her. They did not like her. At this point, it's been so long that this girl and this boy been dealing with each other. The family do not like her. They sick of it, and they don't know why this boy won't leave her alone. I never had to worry really about her coming around because, like I said, they ain't like her. So anytime that if it was involved in them coming together for something, he was going to her family stuff. So anyways, y'all, I'm trying to do this before I go to work because y'all is eating my stories up. Little did I know the story that I had in here. So anyways, this is where the girl lives. So anytime the girl comes around, she'll pull up like outside of the yard. She don't really pull up into the yard. The mama do not fuck with this girl. She don't fuck with her. Don't come in my yard type shit. So girl will park right outside the yard. Police done been called on her multiple times. Police can't do nothing because she's not on the yard. She's right outside the yard. That's not her property. Her and boy go back and forth all the time. She pulls up. They show out. She pulls off. He goes after her. I'm at the house. This happens multiple times that they done got into it. He chases after her and leaves me at the house. Or one time he even got into her car. They got to go talk. Got into her car, leaves me at the house. Mind you, like, yes, me and the family, like, we're cool. But because of these problems he was causing between me and him, we wasn't getting along because he's always chasing after this girl and leaving me at the house with his family. I am a brand new mother, and he's leaving me alone at the house with these people that's not really my family. Tension is building in the house, and he don't care. At this time, all he's worried about is hanging out with his friends, and if he's not hanging out with his friends, he's with the girl. Sometimes he don't even come home at night. Y'all already know where he at. I already knew where he at. The mama knew where he at. So he's coming home, we're arguing. The mama is basically telling me, because of the tension me and him is having, it's causing tension in the house. Mama's basically telling me, like, this is how men are. This is what you got to do. This is what you got to deal with. All men are like this. Like, this is just what it is. You knew what you was getting into when you got into this. No, I didn't. no, mama don't have a man. And at this point, mama done told me this shit so much that I'm starting to believe it. Like, okay, I'm just gonna have to accept a man cheating on me. Like, this is what life is. Y'all, the first 4 months I stay home, I don't work. I stay home with the baby. He's constantly going out. He's constantly leaving me at home alone. At this point, postpartum is setting in. I didn't know at the time, but it is. And like, he leaves, I cry. I'm at home crying. I'm at home alone, like uncomfortable because, like I said, tension's already building. The mama is now getting tense about this all because she's tired of us fighting in the house. Like, but it's all my fault because I'm getting mad, and this is how men are. So mind you, y'all, at this time I also don't have a car because, you know, I got into a car accident, and y'all didn't know this, but I had got that car, like a little cash car, because I knew I was going to move to Newberry. This is like, I didn't have that car a while. I got this like while I was pregnant, knowing I'm moving to Newberry so that I can have a car. I had that car for maybe like 2 months before I got into the accident. Totaled that car, came to Newberry with no car, so I don't have a car. After 4 months, I get a job so that I can go ahead and get me a car or whatever. Let me just tell y'all, at this point, I'm getting tired of everything. So let me say, the first 4 months I'm staying home, the last 7 months, in those 7 months, got me a car, ended up moving into my own place, and I enrolled myself into school, back into school so I can finish school. But anyways, I got a job. I got a job in Newberry. They have a whole bunch of plant jobs there, and I started working at one of the plant jobs there. It was brand new, and Samsung, shout out Samsung. And I'm a new face. I'm a new face in the town, and everybody's like, of course, I'm getting a little bit tension. Mind you, the town, low-key already knew who I was when I got there. Girls already telling the town, he brought his baby mama or whatever. They're living together. She knew about me, and she done told the town that I knew about her. Because I know this because when I started working the town, then I had multiple people come up to me asking me, so you knew that he had a girlfriend? Why did you do that if you knew he had a girlfriend? Get out my face. Get out my face. But anyways, I'm getting a lot of attention in Newberry when I start this job. People already know who I am, basically. I don't know who these people are. They know me. I don't know them. So yeah, I'm starting to get a lot of attention. Boys are approaching me at work. They're starting to approach me. My baby daddy's hearing about it, and low-key, we still not together. We're not official. You're still chasing after old girl. Like, we're not really together. But he didn't want nobody else to have me. Once I got a job, oh boy. Oh boy. So people are trying to holler, whatever, and he's hating it. But like, he made it very clear, while you in my house, you're not gonna talk to nobody. And if anybody talked to me and he found out about it, he would approach them. He would make sure nobody is talking to his baby mama. Like, if you are talking to him, if you are talking to me, he's gonna check you about it, and he's gonna ask about it, and he's gonna make sure that you know that that's his baby mama and he's not going for it. Just so y'all people in Newberry know, all the people who tried to befriend me when I first got there, all them girls that was trying to get the business out of me, that was really like related to the girl, that was really friends with the girl, they was trying to be messy, and I don't know who you are, so y'all trying to get close to me on some other shit. He was telling me all y'all was slow. He was telling me all y'all was in the slow class. He didn't want me speaking to nobody. He was telling me that to try to keep me from getting to know people and finding out like what's really going on around town. Next video, I'm dropping a name and I'm admitting to a secret that Newberry didn't know about. He didn't know about. I'm exposing some information next video. When Newberry watches this video, I don't give a fuck. These videos is gonna be the talk of that town if they get their hands on this. I already know, and I don't give a fuck. So y'all, I am getting attention in Newberry. My baby daddy do not like it. I'm starting to meet more people. I'm starting to meet more guys. Newberry gonna like this one. So one day, my baby daddy texts me off a text app number, and hold on a second. Safety first. So one day, my baby daddy, I'm minding my business one night, and I'm not with him. I get a weird text message, and it's somebody that I guess is from Newberry that got my number, and it's texting me, but it's green. The messages are green, so I'm already sketchy about it. I'm sketchy because I don't know these people in Newberry. So how did you get my number? So I'm asking, who who is this? Who are you? The person responds that their name is Osiris. And I'm like, Osiris who? And he tells me, this is my Facebook, go look me up. Now, mind y'all, this boy Osiris, he's a light-skinned boy. He is tatted up, tall, and definitely my type. My baby daddy knows my type. That's my type. Fine boy. So I look him up on Facebook, and I'm like, I don't know this boy. Like, what the fuck? How'd he get my number? The fuck? He's like, he's spitting game in the messages. Y'all, by this point, my baby daddy done did too much. I knew it was my baby daddy. And I didn't play into it. It was a trap. It was a trap, and I didn't play into it. Well, baby daddy, joke's on you. After you try to act like and pretend that you were Osiris texting my phone, aka Chino Chep. Sorry. Anyways, after you tried to act like you was him, I started peeping boy. Like, I saw him on Facebook and social media and stuff, but like I hadn't seen him in person until like a while later. Here comes a secret. So this is just fast forwarding a little bit. After I had moved out, I'm at my apartment minding my own business when one day I go outside and I see this tall, light-skinned boy, and he's tatted up, y'all. And my face is like, you know, the cartoon dog with the big eyes and the tongue. Yeah, that's my face. I'm like, who the junk is that? So yeah, I end up sliding into old boy DM or whatever. I tell him about how I had already like peeped him because my baby daddy put him on my radar. Okay, my baby daddy put you on my radar, boy, and so I just seen you in person for the first time. Like, oh my god. So yes, he do become one of my boos. That become one of my boos. We still talk to this day. He cool as fuck. Like, I don't know if he'll ever become something. I don't know, because he didn't want to be involved in drama anyways. We always kept that on the low. But yeah, thanks to my baby daddy, he basically picked him out for me. He basically put that boy in my lap. But yeah, at the time, let's back up again. Yeah, he pretended to be the boy. I figured it out. I think I even asked somebody, one of his cousins, something. They confirmed that it was him, that he pretended to do that. Like, that's just an example of how manipulative he is. So yeah, he was just trying to see if I was going to take the bait. I didn't take it. But had it been really him, I probably would have took it. Shit. Anyways, let me summarize most of those events that go on in this time that I'm living in the house. In this time that I'm living in the house, mama done turned against me. She done tried to fight me twice, y'all. Brother had to stop her one time because I had just got out the shower. She was gonna run up on me. Okay? Mama, same age as my mama. She done try to run up on me, y'all. It's crazy. Old girl done got into it with old boy so many times. She done called the police on him, tried to lie and say that, well, I don't know, maybe he did put his hands on her sometimes, but I mean, there were a few times that she, I guess, was exaggerating it a little bit, or he didn't, and she would call the police, and he claimed that he did this, he did that, and there was never no proof, so the police couldn't do nothing. In this time, he was tased by her, pepper sprayed by her twice. I remember he pulled up to the house one time. My eyes, like, I can't see. Like, yeah, he did all that, y'all. One time she tased him because I had, once again, told her what had been going on. Like, we wasn't on good terms, me and the girl. At this point, she had, matter of fact, before my baby was born, she had told me she hoped my baby be a stillborn, y'all. Yes, the girl had told me she hoped I have a stillborn. So I'll never be cool with this bitch. Never in my fucking life ever, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Still to this day. So anyways, yeah, at some point I had ended up saying something to the girl, telling her the truth about something. She gets mad at boy, pepper sprays him, calls the police. The police just showed up to the house. Me, mama, boy, other family members is outside. Y'all, he done looked at the police. This is after I had nothing to do with that. Yeah, I told the girl what happened. I had nothing to do with all this, right? So after him running off, chasing the girl, she done pepper sprayed him, whatever. The police is at the house now. He done looked at the police, looked straight at me, pointed at me, and tells the police, this is all my fault. All of this is my fault. He is mad. And you guys, I am appalled. What? This is all my fault because I told the girl what was going on. This is all my fault. He tells the police this is all her fault. Ah! I ain't gonna lie. That shit hurt my feelings. That shit hurt my feelings. Like, the fuck? I have been innocent this whole time. Innocent. And he literally keeps showing me why I shouldn't fuck with him. Anyways, after the police leave, he go inside. He's raging. He is talking about how he just want to beat my ass. He just want to do this. He just want to do that. He just want to put his hands on me. His mom is like, why are you talking to her like that? You're talking to her like she's a man. Like, how about you go talk to other men like that? Blah, blah, blah. You know what he do? He called a girl who at the time he had mentioned to me before. He FaceTimes her. And he's claiming this is his friend. This girl ends up being the second baby mama. He calls this girl in front of me. So they had already been fucking around by this point. I didn't know this. This is come to find out later. He met this girl a year after he met me. He was fucking around with the three of us. The three of us. So she come back in the story later, but that's way later. She ends up being his baby mama. But he calls this girl right in front of me, FaceTimes her, tells her she done told my girl. She done told that girl everything. My ex-girlfriend, she done told her everything. And he's like, will you pull up and beat her ass? And she with it. She like, yeah, sure. You want me to? Sure. And he like, all right. And he's speaking loudly so make sure that I can hear all this. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I was like, tell her pull up. Mind you, I'm not a fighter. I am not a fighter. I will fight if I have to. I definitely will. But I am not a fighter. But I don't give a fuck. I ain't finna be scared of nobody. You tell whoever to pull up. And they gonna have to beat my ass. They gonna have to. So anyways, y'all, yes, fast forward, I end up moving out. But at this time, he is still fucking with old girl. Like, she is still playing with his head. She's still, like, having him chase her, but then not wanting to be with him type shit. Basically, her end goal was to fuck up his life. And boy, did she do it. After some time, I don't know exactly the time period. This is after I moved out. This is after, like, I don't want to be with this boy. I'm done with him. I'm trying to do me. The boy's not going to let me go, though. Like, once I move out and I'm getting my own place, he done broke into every place I moved into. Every place. But at the same time, he's still doing the same thing to the girl. And, anyways, so, yeah, old girl, she finally, goes to the police wherever she was living at, which was in Spartanburg when she was going to school. She goes to the police, tells the police he done kidnapped her, he done did this, he done did that, he done domestic violence shit. This man ends up being on house arrest for, y'all, if it's not like 2 years, it's maybe a little bit over that, because of this girl. That was her end goal. And after that, that's when she finally left him alone. She finally left him alone after she ruined his life. He was down bad. So anyways, that basically sums up most of what I was going to tell. There is more to the story. If y'all want to hear it, I can let y'all know about what happens, like, after I move out and, like, the whole ordeal with my baby daddy and stuff. But basically, that's basically what I wanted to tell y'all. So that's my story on who the fuck did I have a baby with.
Okay. Yeah, we just need more education on sex. You know, sexual education or whatever. How the hell ever you say it. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. We just need more. But congratulations to her for getting her life together and, you know, getting her own place, getting her own job. Very delusional young lady at the time. She said she was 18. This was 8 years ago. Her son is 8. I pretty much said what I had to say during the video. Yeah, we just gotta. I promise you, that's what I heard in school, but I just don't. When I just listen to the stories, like, motherfuckers really be surprised, and I be just sitting here like, okay. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with me, man. It's your boy Ray Big Play. Peace.